Oh. Ha. Mm. Okay, where were we? Brought to you by the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter. Let's reset this bitch. For the Mavericks, Spurs. Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Victor Wembanyama, Kevin Johnson, Dante Vasil, Derek Lively. I'm making fucking names up. All right, let's do it. Dallas, San Antonio. Luka Doncic, no soreness, and will practice Tuesday prior to evaluating his cough. Ow. Before Wednesday's game against the Spurs. Doncic will no longer be feeling any soreness, is a huge boost for his potential to suit up Wednesday. That being said, Dallas will certainly exercise an abundance of caution with the superstar. Doncic confirmed he wouldn't know his availability until Wednesday, so his status could come down to pre-game warm-ups. Kyrie Irving, Uncle Drew, delivered 17 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, and a block across 27 minutes in Friday's preseason win over the Pistons. Irving had been dealing with a groin injury in the preseason, was not expected to feature till the start of the regular season, but he recovered more quickly than expected. He managed to see minutes in the final preseason tune-up, and that turned out to be a wise decision, as Irving looked completely healthy and was dominant during some stretches as Dallas cruised to victory. Now that his groin injury is a thing of the past, fantasy managers do not have to worry about Irving's health ahead of opening night this week. Victor Wembanyama notched 19 points, 4 rebounds, an assist, a steal, and 5 blocks across 21 minutes. Friday's preseason win over the Warriors. Wembanyama was very good in his final preseason tune-up against one of the projected contenders in the Western Conference. And although the shooting struggles might be a cause for concern, he is expected to improve and get better as the season progresses. The first overall pick of the 2023 NBA draft averaged 19 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 22 blocks per game in 4 preseason outings. The number 1, Victor Wembanyama. Keldon Johnson had 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block across 22 minutes in Monday's preseason loss to the Rockets. Johnson had been the Spurs' go-to player on offense over the last 2 years. And while that might change in 23 following the arrival of Victor Wembanyama, he's still going to handle a significant role as a scorer. After all, he's coming off a career-best 23 season in which he averaged 22 points per game. He should hover around that mark in 24 as well, although a slight regression could be expected with fewer touches overall. Victor Wembanyama is on the board. Devin Vassell scored 13 points, adding 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal across 22 minutes in Friday's preseason win over the Warriors. Vassell didn't have his best shooting performance, but he still posted a decent stat line across the board. Vassell will open the season as the Spurs' starting shooting guard, but he should operate as the team's third best scoring weapon behind Victor Wembanyama and Keldon Johnson. So Keldon Johnson is on the board, and that's 2 for the rookie, Victor Wembanyama. Derek Lively II accounted for 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block across 24 minutes in Friday's preseason win over the Pistons. Lively was a lottery pick in the 2023 NBA draft, but has impressed the coaching staff enough to lock up a starting role for opening night. His preseason numbers aren't eye-popping by any means, and he's expected to hold a secondary role on offense at the beginning of the regular season. But he made his presence felt while showing his two-way potential. Interesting. All right, let's go down to the bottom of the deck until we get all the way up to Mr. Trey Jones. Water, water, water. Gusta agua fria. Charles Bitico and San Antonio agreed to a two-way contract Monday. Bediako joined Sir Jabari Rice and Dominic Barlow as the Spurs two-way players of the 23 season. Bediako played with the Spurs during the Summer League and was signed to a training camp contract prior to earning two-way opportunities. Dexter Dennis the Mavericks converted his 10 deal into a two-way contract. Dennis spent the preseason with Dallas and will now stick with the roster for the remainder of the season. Dennis will split time between the Mavericks and the Texas Legends of the G League in 24. Sir Jabari Rice. Markieff Morris was able to play in Friday's preseason game against Detroit. Morris sat out Dallas's preseason game back on October 7th, but it was always considered a minor setback. Morris is a long shot to crack Dallas' rotation for opening night. He finished with 4 points and 1 3-pointer during 7 minutes of action Friday. Fuck off. Sort off, boy. Blake Wesley. The Spurs exercised the third-year team option in Wesley's contract Monday. Wesley was selected by the Spurs as the 25th overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft, and he averaged 5 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, and 18 minutes per game over 37 appearances as a rookie. Despite missing time with a torn MCL over the first half of the season, he managed to carve out a relatively consistent bench role late in the year and will remain with the club through at least the 24 season. Wesley. Dominic Barlow. Greg Brown. The Mavericks converted Brown's training camp deal into a two-way contract. Brown and Dexter Dennis signed two-way contracts with Dallas on Saturday. Both players will split time between the Mavericks and the Texas Legends of the G League in 24. Dexter Dennis is on the board. Devontae Graham. Hey, Jeff Champagne is in the starting lineup for Monday's preseason game against Oklahoma City. Champagne will get a chance to test with the first unit Monday evening with Keldon Johnson sitting due to general soreness. Champagne put together a strong campaign during Summer League and should be in line for steady bench minutes in the front court during the 24 campaign, given his versatility. It's 2 for Keldon Johnson. Hey, Siskako. City Siskako will start the 24 campaign in the G League with the Austin Spurs. Well, you get to learn about all these other teams. Sissoko played for the G League Ignite last season and impressed enough to get selected by the Spurs in the second round of the 2023 NBA draft. However, the 19-year-old is still a raw prospect and will need to continue to develop at the G League level. He needs to play, head coach Greg Popovich said Monday, and it's unlikely Sissoko will be able to carve out minutes for a new-look Spurs squad that is hoping to compete for a playoff spot this year. Doug Jones Jr. will start Tuesday's exhibition versus Real Madrid. Jones and Dante Exum slide into the starting lineup, sending Jaden Hardy and Josh Green to reserve roles. Jones posted 3 points and 1 rebound in 10 minutes during Saturday's preseason loss to Minnesota. Dante Exum is on the board. Rishwan Holmes recorded 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block in 9 minutes during Thursday's preseason opener against the Timberwolves in Abu Dhabi. Fuck yeah. Holmes was used sparingly for the Kings last season before completely failing out of the rotation. He is looking for a fresh start in Dallas but finds himself in a crowded front court. The Mavericks drafted Olivier Maxence Prosper and Derek Lively, signing Holmes and Grant Williams and also returning players like Maxi Keebler, Dwight Powell, and Josh Green, who all figured to have consistent minutes. Holmes will need to impress during preseason action to carve out a reserve role to begin the 23 campaign. That's a lot of names. All right, Mavericks, Oliver Maxence Prosper. Oliver Maxence Prosper is on the board. Derek Lively is on the board. Grant Williams is on the board. Maxi Keebler on the board. Dwight Powell is on the board. And Josh fucking Green is on the board. Rishwan Holmes, look at all the shit you started, pal. Saski Makaluva, what the fuck? Any fucking Smiths anymore? Sidi Osman is not in the starting lineup for Wednesday's game against Houston. Osman has seen regular time during the preseason and started against the Rockets on Monday. But he'll move back to the bench here with Victor Wembanyama back in the first unit. That's 3 for Wembanyama. Jaden Hardy is questionable for Wednesday's season opener against the Spurs. Hardy suffered an ankle injury during the preseason but returned to practice Monday. The second-year guard is expected to serve as Dallas' backup point guard when available. Malaki Branham had his third-year option picked up Monday. This was mostly just a formality for the Spurs, but it keeps Branham locked up for the 24 season. Branham is coming off a solid rookie season with averages of 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 three-pointer per game. Maxi Keebler generated 2 points and a rebound in 8 minutes during Thursday's preseason loss to Minnesota. Keebler had averaged over 20 minutes per game in each of his last 5 seasons, but he didn't have much of a role during Thursday's preseason opener. Even if he sees more playing time once the regular season begins, he's unlikely to be a reliable fantasy contributor after he averaged 5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist in 25 minutes per game over 37 appearances with the Mavericks last year. Gotta make a Sue Storm book. Harley book, Sue Storm book. I like that. Gotta make a Harley book. After that, a Sue Storm book. Yep. Doug McDermott finished Monday's preseason game against the Rockets with 3 points. McDermott was held out of San Antonio's previous exhibition strictly for rest, but he was given the green light for Monday's action. He was unable to get things going on offensive end, scoring his only basket from beyond the arc, and he didn't contribute much elsewhere. McDermott will have 2 more chances in the preseason to prove he belongs in the team's rotation. Yeah. They gotta be close, man. Fuck's wrong with me? What's this guy's name again? Oscar Prosper? Oscar Prosper hasn't been in the starting 5 for Saturday's preseason game versus Minnesota. Prosper will be replaced by Josh Green in the starting lineup Saturday. The rookie forward tallied just 1 point and 1 rebound in his preseason debut Thursday. That's 2 for Josh Green. Charles Basset, not in the starting lineup for Monday's preseason contest against Houston. Basset will reprise a bench role while Zach Collins rejoins the starting unit. Basset had averaged 6 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 blocks in 19 minutes per game across 2 preseason appearances. Here we go. Dwight Powell, officially questionable for Wednesday's opener against San Antonio. Powell's illness was previously unreported, which likely makes it a minor ailment. Derek Lively, Max Keebler, and Rishwan Holmes would hold down the center position if Powell is inactive Wednesday. 2 for Lively. 2 for Keebler. Rishwan Holmes is on the board. Josh Green signed a 3-year, $41 million contract extension with the Mavericks on Monday. Green's role with Dallas has increased over the first 3 professional seasons, and he'll be rewarded with a hefty extension ahead of the 24 campaign. His 22-year-old averaged 9 points and 3 rebounds in 25 minutes per game over 60 appearances last year, and should have an opportunity to carve out consistent minutes once again this season. Driving me crazy. Harley and Sue. I finally get the idea of what to do next. I think we've done all we can do with Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yakuza Mary Jane, though. Sinister Six, it's got to be done. Yakuza Jean Grey. Absolutely. I multitask with my crazy brain. I make art and commissions. Remember, Kickstarter. Grant Williams. Head coach Jason Kidd confirmed over the weekend that Williams will start in the Mavericks preseason opener Thursday versus the Timberwolves in Abu Dhabi. After coming over from Boston in a sign and trade deal in July, Williams will join star guards Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic on the top unit for the preseason opener, while rookies Oliver Maxence-Prosper and Derek Lively round out the starting 5. Though Irving and Doncic will dominate the usage whenever they're on the court, Williams could have an opportunity to step in as the Mavericks' number 3 scoring option, especially if he's sharing the court with 2 defensive-minded rookies. Though Williams holds real-life value in the form of his perimeter shooting and ability to defend both forward spots, his lack of standout production in any category keeps his ceiling low in fantasy. The 24-year-old at least looks to have reported to camp at close to 100% health after undergoing surgery on his left hand in June. Okay, so Irving is on the board. Kyrie Irving is on the board. Luka Doncic is on the board. Oliver Maxence-Prosper, that's 2 for him. That's 3 for Derek Lively. Da, 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 da. All right. Rock and roll. Seth Curry was able to play in Friday's preseason game against Detroit. Curry missed Dallas' preseason game back on October 7th, so it's good to see him healthy and active again. He finished with 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block in 14 minutes. Curry is not guaranteed a rotation spot, but his shooting will make him an intriguing fit, along Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving at times. 2 for Irving, 2 for Doncic. Dante Exum will start Tuesday's exhibition versus Real Madrid. Exum and Derek Jones slide into the starting lineup Tuesday, sending Jaden Hardy and Josh Green to reserve roles. Exum posted 5 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds in 20 minutes during Saturday's preseason loss to Minnesota. Derek Jones, Josh Green, Jaden Hardy. So, Derek Jones is on the board. Jaden Hardy is on the board. That is 3 for Josh Green. Jeremy Sochan the Spurs exercised Sochan's third-year team option Monday. Sochan took on a prominent role in the Spurs' front court as a rookie last year, averaging 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists in 26 minutes per game over 56 appearances. He'll attempt to build upon his results this year, and it's unsurprising that he'll remain in San Antonio through at least the 24 campaign. Tim Hardaway Jr. isn't on the injury report for Saturday's preseason game versus Minnesota. Hardaway was held out of Dallas' preseason opener with a right hamstring soreness, but is seemingly available Saturday. With Kyrie Irving out, Hardaway could replace him in the starting lineup. It's 3 for Irving. Tim Hardaway Jr. I remember when I saw his dad play. Zach Collins is questionable for Wednesday's opener versus Dallas. Collins is dealing with a non-COVID illness. Tuesday's injury report is the first mention of the ailment, which is the 25-year-old will hope to shake prior to Wednesday night. Good luck, kid. And finally, Trey Jones. Jones is in line to begin the 24 season in a bench role after coach Greg Popovich said that Jeremy Sochan will serve as the Spurs' starting point guard. Sochan started Wednesday's preseason matchup against Houston, and the lineup from that game will serve as the starting unit opening night. However, Jones saw ample playing time off the bench, compiling 9 points, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 rebound, and 1 block in 21 minutes. Jones averaged 12.6 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal in 29 minutes per game over 68 appearances last year. If the Spurs get off to a slow start, it's possible Jones enters the conversation to reclaim the starting role. Jeremy Sochan is on the board. All right. That is the data for this game. We got a whole lot of twos, but we got 4 threes. Victor Wembanyama, Derek Lively, Josh Green, and Kyrie Irving. The only one I'm not sure about is Josh Green. Let's give him another look at. 3-year, he's starting a contract extension. He'll be rewarded with a hefty extension. He's increased. Consistent minutes, all right. They're all here. Kyrie Irving. Fantasy managers do not have to worry about his health. Well. The rookies, Wembayama. The first overall pick. We don't need to know nothing else. We're going to fucking chase the hype. And he was the lottery pick, the one nobody gave a shit about. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to get a little crazy. We're going to love all 4. All 4 are beasts of burden. We give all 4 to love. There's a fucking 4th guy. Josh Green. They believe in Mr. Green. So do we. 20 lineups. Let's do this shit. Do this shit right. Do this shit tight. 3 captains and 20 lineups. Luka Doncic, 14 lineups. Kyrie Irving, 5. Keldon Johnson, just 1. In the flex, we've got Malaki Branham in every lineup. Good Lord. Kyrie Irving, 15. Keldon Johnson, 12. Josh Green, 8. Vassell, 8. Jones, 8. Doncic, 6. Hardaway, Collins, Hardy, Sochan. Who the fuck did I pick? I picked Lively and Wembayama. Where the fuck are they? No Wembayama at all? No Lively. Am I missing something? Lively, Wembayama. I don't see their names anywhere. Not one fucking lineup. I mean, these are the rookies. These are the big stars. They're not nothing. Wow. Look, I know nothing about fucking basketball, but shit. All right, for 20 fucking bucks, I'll trust you. You fuck me, then I'm gonna start fucking plugging goddamn rookies in here. Josh Green, Lively. I mean, shit, we're giving a boost. You know what? I guess these other guys have better boosts or better value. Sometimes you got to trust the system, man. Trust the AI. Again, I know nothing about fucking basketball. I'm deferring. I'm deferring. So them fucking rookies be everywhere. Take a chance on you. Take a chance on me. Baby, I'm still free. Would you drink my pee? Sorry. Yeah, Jibadan. First, Mavericks and Spurs. Oh, he's so annoying. Get that money. Get that money. All right. Then we go here to show you the finished lineups. And then the show is over. I just know to keep going to we're at the NFL. There we go. Okay, so start from here. Let's see, just while we're fucking around, if we got any updates on Chris Godwin or Baker Mayfield. Nope. Still early. Check that shit later. All right, here we go. Here are your 20 lineups for the Spurs Mavericks game. We got to keep our eyes on Don 6 starts. If not, we got to pull his ass out. Redo those lineups. Questionable, huh? It's always attractive to those that are scared off by the Q tag. And there we have it, kids. 20 lineups. Chasing about 2,500 in that pot. See how much of it we can get. Peace, love, war, everything else. And again, if you win, make sure to blow your money right here on the new Pharaoh's Lounge Kickstarter.